This is SEAK Claus Winkler, artist SEAK Claus Winkler. I have no idea where this video is going, what I will talk about. So let's find out together. Find out, doubt. This video is also an art performance as well as a piece of art on its own, because we in Germany have no free speech, and the framing of speech gets more and more tight. So yeah, let's see how it goes. This is a piece on paper which shows lots of SEAK styles, as you probably already figured out by now. Yeah, these are in a way these are miniatures from what I used to do or what I'm doing on walls or on larger canvases. Yeah, and this is yeah, I like it. I mean, how should I paint that I'm entertained by myself and surprising myself, while keeping my style alive, while trying new or playing with new things, while repeating and playing with the style I already have, entertaining myself as well as others. Maybe there's also a message, or the message comes with playing with the colors and the forms. Yeah, this is like all my paintings, painted from two sides. Yeah, so this side at the moment looks much better. Yeah. How about I'm asking myself questions? For example, I mean, the frame here would be from two sides, a custom frame, visible from two sides, probably like 40,000 euros. I don't know. Super expensive framing. That's just the frame I'm putting on my shoes. Used to get stuff from Nike for free years ago. But the problem with clothing is that it always takes so much attention away and focusing on the wrong things because it's so important. Plus, or at least with me, it's also because when you don't have a management or anything, or I don't know. It's just depends to the attention, like taking what takes away attention from what is necessary or essential. Yeah, here I'm mixing, playing with size. This is like a small size. This is a larger size. It's all acrylic, so ink. Yeah. All of these are ideas waiting to be spray painted also in large. How about I talk about things from the past? Traveling to walls all around the world, spray painting, painting on hip-hop jams, with and in front of lots of other people, traveling with spray cans on airplanes. I remember when I went to Slovakia, I had like a duffel bag with, I don't know, like 100 or 150 spray cans with me because I was afraid that they don't have any spray cans there. And the people at the customs, for them it's completely normal. That was before 11 September. So, yeah, security, never heard of. It's all good. I don't know what to say. It's also because I'm steered by the colors, black and white steers. I don't know. Not talking, schematizing, like putting things mentally into different boxes and to orientate oneself. So maybe that steers me into not talking. So I maybe should go inward on the journey inward to see what I can talk about, which is maybe interesting. The moment I'm rearranging my studio, so some kind of like identity crisis in terms of if it still makes sense for painting art with all the demographic changes and how the society is developing. I hardly doubt that anybody is into art, especially from artists who are telling the truth. Oh, sorry, I had to fart. For waking people up. Also regarding the people who are in power and controlling anybody, everybody. Yeah, so, but maybe I'm wrong and everybody else is asking themselves the same things, you know? That's what they want. They want us isolated so that we think we are the only one thinking like that. And yeah, I mean, there's always some, but let's focus here on the art. Okay, what am I seeing here? This is a heavy paper. The black thick paint is acrylic paint. The blue shadow or shade here is spray can. I painted parts of those like larger letters with spray cans and left it extra like that. It's kind of like also a sketch. The small details in between are with ink, with an ink pencil, the same I had when I was same model, same brand when I was in school. In school, I was also drawing. Usually, in the end of the books or maps or hefte, what do you call that? Like you have like each like mathematics, German language, English. Each has like a own. In Germany, say hefte. Hefte is like a book or something, like thin. And I usually painted in the background, and then I was doing my own stuff, doing class, and yeah. And it's like, yeah, you can steer with your thoughts that teachers leave you alone. A necessary skill for the future, because in Germany, the school system, they indoctrinate the people. It's disgusting. Yeah. I can also, yeah, painting is a great way of escaping the world. Turning back to the world. In a few years, I mean, Germany is cooked in a few years. Europe anyway, and if so, it's this. I don't. I should talk about. I mean, where can I talk about? I did already videos where I talked about that I was listening to audiobooks and all kinds of escapism stuff while working. For example, at each work stage here in this piece, just for example, I didn't know what the next stage would look like. Yeah. Yeah, so, which is good. But at each stage, I had in this layer in this process, I had a certain agenda, or not agenda, like mindset, how I will want to develop this painting, and it must be like this and like that, and then it turned out to be more and more colorful, which is okay too. And with this, I'm kind of like compensating or camouflaging the fact that some parts of the painting, my painterly skills are rather moderate, but then all put together, it becomes a masterpiece. And plus, I have like the learning process also while painting. and creating an individual piece. But from this size, I don't have too much. I just have a few paintings. So this will be like super expensive. And yeah, I never thought that thinking about the change in the demography and what they're doing here, that this will affect my art. This is the back side or the front side, however you want to say it. And this is like also like SEAK styles, but because I just put them in parts together and not fully, kind of like we're trying to paint them in vectors, and then I left the idea, abandoned the idea and kept on painting it. It looks like this. Interesting. From the colors, I don't like it, of course, because it's disgusting, but it looks interesting, and that's the interesting part, you know, because I learned also that colorful, like ugly paintings, then have a charisma, and then like can become like a high value masterpiece or an interesting piece. Yeah, just because I don't like it from the colors, or it doesn't affect or reflect the mood I'm having right now, or it steers me in this or that direction, doesn't mean it isn't a valuable piece of art which creates or steers certain thoughts, you know, because it's like my paintings are necessary add-ons to the universe, which maybe inspire a certain way of thinking and creativity and direction or guidance or thoughts, which maybe then create like benefit for human mankind or for the future. Or these days, I would say for white people, because we are at the brink of extinction and we are losing our homelands and become like then a minority, which become third or fourth class citizens, you know, if I just take a look at how it's developing in England and Australia and everywhere. So I remember painting wall paintings with SEAK, and then with my name SEAK, with a black background at the Hall of Fame here in Cologne and Ehrenfeld. And I put like a 1% or a 7%, I think it was a 1% next to it. And then it was an old school rapper, or like a new school rapper from Cologne, who told me that this means like, it's like some kind of like radical Muslim, was 7% or 1%? I think, I don't know. So I think it was 7% or something. And he said like, yeah, this is like like a symbol for like radical black people or something. And then, and I said, okay. But the thing is, maybe back then I already could foresee that it must have been in 94, that whites will be like a minority of 7%, or that just white women are now fertile urge at 2%, becoming 1%. And now I'm remembering that. So he was telling me this means that, but I completely back then oversaw that it could mean also something else. And I came up with this intuitive thought. So there's always like, things have always multiple meanings. For example, I've put the number 14 here on the house. You could say this is like David Eden Lane, the 14 words. You know, we must secure our future for our people and for white children. The 14 words, I still have to learn them. It's shameful that I don't know them out of my head. I've written it down. So, but also, a few months or weeks later, I became food because I was lacking food from EBT, from Food Bank America. I mean, in Germany, it's called here the Tafel, the tables, the plates. It's like leftover food, very good for poor people, for not dirt, but for really poor people. And they were here in a house, in another street, in another quarter of my village here. And that was in the number 14, you know. They had like the house number 14. When I was standing there, I was like, oh, no way, you know. So maybe I steered myself there, or maybe my subconscious knew this already. Yeah, and have foreseen this, you know. So there's multiple levels, you know. You can also go like in other directions as a hint for legality and stuff like that in human interaction. I don't want to, you know, and there's like phonetic reasons, semantic reasons, la-di-da-di-da, and there's obviously a reason why I did that, of course, because of David Ian Lane, but this is just one level why I'm doing something. And interesting is that people with the political agenda, especially the leftist, anti-white, Zogged media, they or people around them, they're trying to frame things in one direction. But when I do something, there's always on a subconscious level multiple other layers which I'm myself not fond of, or not know about, or not conscious about, or which then later show themselves. And this is interesting. It's like, I don't know. I know, but yeah. And there's some kind of like greater indirect intelligence, because we can just reckon like how do you say that? I don't know, like less than just a few percent of like 100% is what the human brain can reckon consciously. The rest is happening unconsciously. So there's a greater intelligence in what we are doing with a double meaning. It's like also with words, people. People are on a social engineering states level. They use on purpose certain words because they know they can steer with the people with certain words in certain directions, and in each word there's other words hidden which they can play with. I make a pause now, and we see us in the next scene. So that's the next scene. We see here a SEAK style sketched with spray can in large. And this nurtures my soul. I remember when I showed a photo of it or did a video with it, put it online, a graffiti king Razor from the north of Germany was liking that photo and commenting or connotating that in a positive way, because how beautiful that is, and I know what kind of effect it has on me, and then it will bring me back to painting larger again. So shout out to Razor. And this is also from the other side, very interesting. So I maybe should show you that in the other room. There you go. This is the other side from what I just showed you with the blued outline sketch with the SEAK style on. And this is the back side or the front side, how you want to see it. Beautiful piece, of course. Yes, nice. Yeah. It's